I am Pastor Steve Akinwumi.
And I am Dr. Adeoye Oyewole.
Join us as we highlight and discuss day-to-day issues pertaining to the day-to-day living of every Christian.
Issues in Christendom shows every Sunday on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on StarTimes.
On the news tonight, President Bola Tinubu directs security agencies to redouble efforts in defeating remnants of Boko Haram insurgents. ECOWAS leaders meet in Abuja for 67th ordinary session of West African Bloc. Senate announces plans to hold comprehensive two-day zonal public hearing on the review of the 1999 Constitution. On the foreign scene, United States Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says Iranian nuclear program was devastated in overnight strikes on 3 sides. Good evening, this is News at 7 on Western Spring Television. My name is Okwayemuni. President Bola Tinubu has directed security agencies to redouble their efforts in defeating the remnants of Boko Haram insurgents in the country, according to a statement by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayon Onuga. President Tinubu made the call while mourning the victims of a suicide bombing in Kunduga, Borno State. The president described the attack as an act of cowardice. He commiserated with the Borno State government and the people of the state over the incident. Also directed the National Emergency Management Agency to support the survivors. The statement read in part, President Bola Tinubu has expressed anguish over the suicide bombing in Kunduga, Borno State at the weekend. The president mourned those who lost their lives, describing the attack as cowardly. President Tinubu also sympathized with the families of those killed or injured by an explosion on Saturday morning in Kano State. The explosion at the scrap metal factory affected 15 people, with 5 of them losing their lives. In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu has asked Governor of Plateau State, Caleb Mutfwang, to take decisive action regarding the recent killing of travelers by a mob in Mangun district of Plateau State. On Friday, 12 people were killed after a mob set upon a commercial bus packed with wedding guests who were traveling from Zaria, Kaduna to Kwanpan local government area in Plateau for the ceremony. 11 other wedding guests suffered various degrees of injuries from the attack. Condemning the incident in a statement by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayon Onuga, President Tinubu said the state governor must take action and get to the root of the issue. The president also directed the Nigerian police force to work with other security and intelligence agencies to ensure those responsible for the attack are held accountable. Moving on, President Bola Tinubu has held a closed-door meeting with ECOWAS leaders at the 67th ordinary session of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of Economic Community of West African States in Abuja. The 67th ordinary session comes 6 months after the last one held in December 2024, during which the bloc approved the exit of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger Republic. It also coincides with President Tinubu's end to his second term as chairman of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS. President Tinubu was re-elected on July 7, 2024, for his second term after his first tenure, which began in July 9, 2023. In a speech today, he stated that Nigeria will continue to play a leading role in supporting ECOWAS responses to peace and security. In Bayelsa State, the police command says it has deployed tactical teams and drones in efforts to locate the abductors of a state judge, Justice Ebianin Omukoro. Justice Omukoro was abducted yesterday evening at about 7 p.m. by some armed men in uniforms and forced into a Toyota Hilux van. The incident took place before a popular eatery in the Ekeki area of Yenagoa. A video trending online captured the moment he was abducted and forced into the van. In a statement, the State Police Command said it has deployed tactical teams and drones in search of the assailants. The Rivers State Police Command has condemned the violent attack on the administrator of the Awada East local government area, Goodluck Eanacho, describing it as a heinous and reprehensible act. According to a police statement, the attack occurred on Friday at about 1:40 p.m. when a group of about 30 hoodlums stormed the council secretariat. The assailants reportedly assaulted Eanacho, stole his mobile phones, forced him to sign a resignation letter, and carted away vital official and personal documents from his office. The administrator is currently said to be receiving medical treatment for injuries sustained during the attack, but is said to be in stable condition. The Commissioner of Police, Olugbenga Dekoju, alongside the heads of other security agencies, visited the scene and ordered the immediate arrest of all suspects involved. The police also advised residents to remain calm and law-abiding while assuring the public of a dedication to maintaining peace and order in the state. Elsewhere, the Senate Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution has announced plans to organize a comprehensive two-day zonal public hearing in the country's 6 geopolitical zones. The hearing is slated for July 4 and 5, a part of an extensive national consultation process aimed at capturing citizens' voices on critical issues shaping the future of governance in Nigeria. The committee, chaired by the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barau Jibrin, said the public hearing, which will be held simultaneously in Lagos Southwest, Enugu Southeast, Ikotepene South-South, Jos North Central, Maiduguri Northeast, and Kano Northwest. According to a statement by Ismail Mudashiru, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to Deputy Senate President and Committee Chairman, Senator Jibrin, the hearings will be held simultaneously. Revealed that the committee will entertain over 50 proposals addressing a wide range of national concerns, from local government autonomy to gender representation, state police, judicial timelines, and even the creation of new states. At the heart of the conversation are 2 bills seeking to grant full autonomy to Nigeria's 774 local governments. One proposes constitutional recognition of local councils as a distinct tier of government, while the other recommends setting up an independent electoral body to oversee local elections, a move that could potentially free local politics from the grip of state governments. In commemoration of this year's World Sickle Cell Day, the Modukpe Sickle Cell Advocacy Initiative, in collaboration with the Nigerian Girl Guides Association, organized an awareness program to educate the public on the genetic disorder and advocate for early genotype testing, mental health support, and proper care for sickle cell warriors. The event featured survivors, health experts, and advocates who shared insights on prevention, management, and the need to end stigma against persons living with the disease. Toby Sanusi completes the story.
Celebrated every 19th of June, this year's World Sickle Cell Day, as always, re-echoes the need for increased public awareness about the sickle cell disease. It is in keeping faith with this that the Modukpe Sickle Cell Advocacy Initiative, in collaboration with the Nigerian Girl Guides Association, organized an awareness program to commemorate the day. Kickstarting the session, Shakirat Arun, a 45-year-old sickle cell survivor, shares her story, resuscitating hope in other sickle cell warriors. Mrs. Arun, while speaking on the sickle cell disease, says it is important for people, especially spouses, to know their genotype before getting married to prevent the spread of the disease.
Àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe sickle cell ní tí wọ́n lè ṣe àwa gan lè ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. A lè ṣe more than them. Nígbà tá a bá ṣe kíni tá a bá sọ ìrètí nù. Tá focus lórí career wa. So ehe ni olórí gbogbo wọn. Kò sẹ́ni tí ehe ò lè fẹ́. Ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ehe sísìn ó lè fẹ́ ehe. So those are the times tó jẹ́ pé tá bá fẹ́ lọ in going to relationship tàbí tá a bá fẹ́ lọ sínú marriage, the first thing to do ó ní wípé ká kọ́kọ́ mọ genotype wa. A lè fi mọ irú ẹni tá a lè fẹ́ tàbí ẹni tá a lè fẹ́. Ẹni tó bá jẹ́ èyí sì kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè fẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó bá jẹ́ AS and AS, they cannot marry each other because at the end of the day, they will have excess.
Speaking on protecting the mental health of sickle cell survivors, Muturaya Johnson, a mental health consultant, says sickle cell warriors need to seek support and early intervention on time, adding that the warriors are more susceptible to drug abuse and depression.
And I will abuse drug is primarily because he wants to heal by all means and can eventually harm him or herself. So I spoke about how we can heal without harming, and I mentioned seeking support, awareness, acknowledging that something is wrong. Your focus on your faith is very important. That's your spiritual grounding. Then early intervention, so not waiting until things go out of hand before you fix it.
One of the speakers, Peter Debi, noted that one of the ways of managing and reducing complications in sickle cell warriors is staying hydrated by drinking enough water and maintaining a healthy environment.
Sickle cell warriors are not just to take water, but to take clean and healthy water, and also that environment also is a major aspect of our health, meaning that it's not just in cold, extreme temperatures we have to take care of ourselves so that we don't become susceptible to crisis.
While encouraging a healthy lifestyle, 26-year-old Oluwaseun Aluko, a sickle cell survivor, cautioned against stigmatization, stressing that sickle cell disease is no death sentence.
The only one thing I want people to know about sickle cell disease is that it is not a death sentence. Because whenever you tell people, I am this, they will feel some kind of pity for you, stuff like that. But I just want everybody to know that it is not a death sentence. You can manage it. I will take myself as an example. I just started, embracing who I really am. Because while growing up, I faced a lot of stigmatization. Nobody wants to associate with me. And that alone causes a lot of mental breakdown for sickle cell warriors. We have in the tech industry, as I am like this, I am a tech lady. I'm into tech. We have people in tech. We have people in e-commerce. We have a lot of sickle cell warriors everywhere, thriving and doing very, very well.
The organizer of the event and convener of Mudupe Sickle Cell Advocacy Initiative, Mudupe Shijuade, says the initiative was born out of the need to raise awareness on sickle cell disease and impacting lives.
Ensure that we impact into the next generation, especially the younger ones who are coming behind us, to say that, okay, if these people can get to this stage, they can also, So this was the reason why Mudupe Sickle Cell Advocacy was born.
The 45-year-old sickle cell warrior urged survivors to stay away from triggers and all that can upset them, further advising parents and caregivers not to be careless about their children's well-being.
Rest is very important for that sickle cell warrior. And the fact that you are resting or you are taking a break does not make you lazy. You are not lazy. So rest or weakness is not laziness. Taking a rest or taking a break is not that you are not. Because whatever love they find from home is what will push them. Because out there is very hard. People are not nice. But whatever love you can always fall back to at home is important.
The sickle cell disease is a genetic disorder that distorts red cells into a sickle formation, generating excruciating pain, anemia, organ damage, and heightened infection potential. The theme for this year's World Sickle Cell Day is Global Action, Local Impact, Empowering Communities for Effective Self-Advocacy. Toby Sanusi, Western Spring Television News.
The Joint of Nations Matriculation Board, JAMB, says it will conduct the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination mop-up examination on Saturday, June 28. In a post on the official X handle of JAMB, it said the examination would accommodate the 5,096 spillover candidates and those who failed biometric verification during the main exercise. JAMB explained that 91,742 candidates who were absent in both or either of the main and receipt examinations would also be given the opportunity, which is only for the 2025 UTME. The agency also said that candidates could commence the printing of examination notification slips from Monday, June 23, 2025. You're watching this